Ladies and gentlemen, from the Microsoft Theater here in downtown Los Angeles.
No, it don't matter.
Brought to you by Shawn Porter.
Hey, look how you do. He came on the show stunting. What'd you just tell me? What'd you just tell me? Go ahead.
He said Ant's house was like a shed
Yeah,
compared to
he said,
his.
man,
My house bigger.
your little shack.
He said my house could eat your house.
Yeah.
That's what we open with.
Oh, man, look how they do you.
Kind of good.
Hey, man. Yeah, you got a lot of feet. Remember what he called his house at first? Yeah, let's humble him.
No.
Yeah, no.
It is what it is.
Oh, you talking about the Ponderosa?
He called his house a mansion.
Oh, okay. I
And we're like, this ain't no mansion. It's a big house.
and then he adjusted to the Ponderosa.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, Ponderosa.
I mean, it's a big house now.
Is that just an Ohio thing?
Yeah. Welcome to the Porter Way Podcast. Showtime, Sean P. Carson. And
And you can see.
Where'd that come from? I thought you said that.
I thought you did.
I was like,
That's perfect. That's unbelievable.
I was like, how you do that?
I was like, why should I do that?
If you missed the live stream, that
And
was
with two
Ant's-
T's.
Ant's shout out to the. That's funny.
That's why. Why'd I do that?
Yeah, and you can see us all there, right there.
Oh, yeah, check us out.
Inside the ghost of Sean Zeitel.
Hey, we got merch dropping next Sunday.
He's not dead though. He's not here.
Next Sunday, we got 3 shirts dropping, hoodies, Letterman's jackets, everything dropping next Sunday. Then we got a.
This my shirt because it's big as hell.
No, that's actually. Yeah,
I thought it just.
Nope, that's yours.
I thought
Hey,
it.
you just gonna take my. Hey, Sean B-side gonna sleep.
I thought it just came to that point. I was like, damn, we got the Herschel Walker workout shirts. There you go, in honor.
Yeah, B-side Sean.
B-side is at the game.
Yeah, at the game.
He's
so.
living it.
Yeah, we got the merch coming. Then we got a Hall of Fame package actually where you can get a few things: the Letterman's jacket, signed gloves by Shawn Porter.
Yeah.
Signed gloves by Shawn Porter, a shirt.
I'll waste my time.
So we got a Hall of Fame jacket.
Give your time.
It's limited to 36. It's a Hall of Fame package limited to 36 people in honor of Sean's 36 fights. Hall of Fame career.
Hall of Fame career.
Hey, you my guy, man.
I keep hearing people say it. I'm
Become
like,
things.
Hey, we're gonna put you in the Porter Way Hall of Fame.
You're the first inductee into the Porter Way Hall of Fame.
So that's what we're doing. Back to back.
we got a lot going on.
Yeah, we got a lot.
Yeah.
What else we got going on this week, Sean?
Man, we got our guy. Well, my guy. I'll speak for myself. One time was back in the ring.
Okay.
Oh, he's just your guy now.
Yeah, I thought we had a good conversation with him, Carson.
Spoken to the man a couple times.
Yeah, friends with his cousin. I thought that was cool.
he always thought he was dropping news on me. He's like, yo, Keith's cousin said this, da. Yo, Keith, hey, you know what Keith doing?
Hey, we was trying to make the fight for y'all.
Hey, it happened.
But
Keith's back in the ring next week.
Absolutely.
Keith one time, Thurman.
Excited about that. I'm really excited about that. We'll probably we get into that at the end of the show a little bit.
Yeah, I would imagine. And then there's Quadras fights Sarang Vasai in Phoenix. Bam Rodriguez on that card. We'll get to that. Claressa Shields back in the ring.
Santa Cruz
on the Keith undercard.
So I'm thirsty for the fight game to get back to how it once was, where these fight weeks were like big deals. And even though I think to the public eye, Mario Barrios versus Keith Thurman isn't really a big deal, so to speak. I think there's some narratives that you can speak on that might make you a little bit more intrigued about the fight. But when you just look at the names, you're like, oh yeah, Keith got it. We want to see him in the ring with one of the best. Yeah. We don't want to see him in the ring with Mario Barrios. However, with this being, in my mind, at least a big fight week, I'm like, man, we're going to do something this week. So what I thought was it would be cool to bring in Rhapsody and also Big E, and also shout out to Andres Hale and the Corner Podcast. Bring them in, and we would kind of tell the story of how we created the walkout for my last fight. And Biggie won't be able to make it, but Rhapsody will still be here. So we gonna so Rhapsody's never been here before.
To Vegas in general?
To Vegas in general. So her first time to Vegas, of course, was when she walked me out to the fight. Yeah. And so like a day or two goes by, and I heard that she hadn't been here before. So I hit her up. I said, yo, you gotta come back out here and you gotta do it the Porter way. The Porter way. So Thursday we're gonna do some Doom Buggies.
Okay.
Saturday we gonna do some paintball.
Yeah, hey, I'm there. I'm there.
Yeah, you there?
Should I bring my baby?
Bring them.
Not into the action,
Oh,
but
okay.
in general.
It got to be tough. I'll be doing some stuff. That's
You ready?
I'll be doing wild stuff when the wild.
Already?
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks.
I know. I'll be like, dang, his mom
Hey,
will kill me.
When we had when we paintball last time, obviously it was before your fight with Bud, and the crew was there, film crew, for the behind the scenes, and there was a guy following Shawn around. And it was the best.
He got tagged?
Oh, I think he got tagged a couple times, but you'd see Shawn run and kind of duck behind something, and you'd think, maybe is he back there? And then all of a sudden you see this guy run behind and be like, okay, there he is. Aim over there.
Like 4 or 5 games in, and I was like, I look back and I said, yo, you giving them my position, ain't you? He looks up, he says, they don't know where you're at.
I almost shot him once, and I can't think of, maybe it was my cousin Drew, but he was moving around. He wasn't just following you, and all of a sudden I'm hiding. I'm a complete chicken, so I'm literally hiding. And all of a sudden, I just see this dude just pop up, like, from me to Shawn. I was like, Jesus Christ. And I was like, oh, you're good.
Go. So we're going to have some fun. And then, of course, cap it off Saturday night with the fight. Hopefully, that's the banger that I expect it to
you'll be working.
Mm-hmm.
I will be working. Fox pay-per-view again. I'm looking forward to that, of course.
Party at my house or your house?
My house.
Okay.
Let's do my house.
Should
just show
I
up.
handle the food, Carson?
Of course.
Yeah. You can have the food. Yeah, just, I'll pay for it. Just have it.
Wherever,
Hey. It's going to be $200,000.
you know, whatever the fight party goes, whatever.
Give it to you in cash.
The invites
Up front.
Yeah, make the check out the cash.
Right.
Yeah, wherever the party's at for the fight party, that's where I show up to.
All right.
That's funny.
I want to bring the Oculus.
Oculus. Got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
Because I want to tame one of our friends called Montreal. He really think he can box like a real boxer. I don't even think he'd be a virtual reality boxer.
You gonna put it on all the way up?
Yeah, I want him to get slept.
Yeah, brother played in the NFL though. But
Wow, hope you don't see this.
I'll be done. What's up, Martrell?
But yeah, no, that's a great activity, man, for us.
And then Sunday we will be in studio at Blue Wire,
We're working.
located at the Win.
Yeah.
We're working on something with Blue Wire.
After
and,
Keith Thurman win, maybe. Win.
You got a time?
one time.
Not yet. I don't.
Man,
I actually don't.
Damn,
have a time
Sean.
yet. Yeah.
I
We'll
had
put it in the
nothing on the
comments for y'all.
Yeah.
So we do. If you in town, if you happen to be in town, you stick around.
We'll put it on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be on
Boom,
social
boom.
media.
It'll be everywhere.
Yeah, the time.
But specifically the win.
yeah, we'll be
But
at the Win.
Specifically WYNN at the Win Hotel Casino. They have a studio over there. It is absolutely fabulous. I can't wait to get up in there. They can't wait to host us, and looking forward to it. Point of telling y'all all that is that they do the show. You can hear it outside of the studio. So if you guys come, you can see us. You can wave at us. We'll show love. Of course, if y'all stick around when we're
We'll
done,
take pictures.
We'll holler at y'all and hang out after that.
I'll hug your baby. Is that what you're supposed to do?
No.
Not in COVID times.
COVID. I can't-
not
I
in
can't
COVID
kiss a
times.
baby?
No.
You give him a head nod. You give the baby a head nod from a distance. A thumb.
I had to tell my son, I said, quit kissing.
Oh yeah, Sean's son kissing my baby.
Yeah, quit kissing.
I was just like, whatever. He a kid. I don't care.
Had a birthday party on Friday. Had
Yeah.
a good time.
Yeah.
Think he turned 4.
Shout out to your kid, man. We getting it done.
Do it feel like 4 years?
Yeah, nah.
It does not feel like 4
These
years.
last years feel like 1 year and also like 50 years in the same. Like there are times where I'm like, man, 2019 seems so long ago. That I'm like, man, 2019 seems like last week.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we had a good time with the birthday festivities. Quarterway podcast.
You know, we got a lot of stuff planned this year. Oh, we going to San Diego? If we go to San Diego, for what fight is that?
Chocolatito,
When is that?
March 5th.
It's a chance we may go to San Diego. You guys come out.
To watch him get slept.
Yeah, see him get slept.
I'm not going to try to give him a
every
hug during the
Chocolatito
fight
fan.
week.
But if you go to San Diego, I want to do something with you. Will he get on jet skis?
Yeah, I've been
We'll
on
make him
jet-
go
All
on
right.
jet
Yeah, I've been on
skis.
jet ski.
Jet skis, let's
I've been
do
on
it.
jet
If we go to
skis.
San Diego.
I mean,
He got no love for the Doom Buggies.
I've been on jet skis in Lake Erie. I'm not sure this some minor thing will compare to that.
Hey, shout out to our boy Ant in San Diego. If you out there, hit us up. Come on the jet skis. I'll take care of you.
Lake Erie, best
Oh,
lake.
dude from the restaurant?
Yeah, you
Oh, that's what's
remember
up.
that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call the
Can
restaurant.
either of you
that's
guys
what's
name
up.
all 5 Great Lakes?
Damn. Lake Erie, Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't know. Just shake me.
Like Michigan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Come on, help me out here, man.
Lake Superior?
All right, cool.
Superior,
We're rolling, baby.
Yep.
Is it Huron? Huron?
Yep.
Ontario?
Ontario. Boom, boom.
Man, that's the Porter way.
The Porter way.
We ain't dumb as we look.
I hope we don't look that dumb.
Hey, no, producer,
Watch
let me
somebody
make sure.
Hey, somebody can be like, no.
I mean, Lake Erie is clearly the best. I don't think there's even a debate on that. Oh, it is all the 5. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So if you're gonna be in Vegas this weekend, hit us up in the comments. Let us know. We're gonna make it happen. Blue Wire Studios.
Been freestyling a little bit too much over
we're
there
gonna do our thing.
recently.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll make that happen. We want to see y'all, and like I said, we looking forward to getting in there and doing some things with Blue Wire. So,
What's your favorite number?
my favorite number, Deuce.
Merch is dropping next Sunday at 2:00.
Oh, there you go.
Next Sunday, 2:00. It's just
So you
like
tied that in there. I hear you.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. I've been friends with this dude for a while. We starting to do serious stuff. Even with my kid, he don't take me serious at all. So when I do stuff and he's like, "Man, you really?" He just be so impressed. I'm like, "Bro, you think I'm just dumb?" He think I'm dumb as a box of rocks.
Hey, we had a meeting the other day, right?
Yeah.
We were supposed to meet at the lawyer's office. I showed up early. It is what it is.
Yeah.
No biggie. He texted and was
Also,
like, it
is a biggie because you're very often not on time. So let's be honest.
Not
about
true.
it.
He texted and said, I'll be there in like 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And he would have been good on time.
Yeah.
I said, all right, cool. We started the meeting without you.
It's a cold world.
I just wanted
I
to
was
piss
cool.
him off.
You can't. I just be cool about stuff. The other day he said, "Hey man, we gotta have a meeting. These people effing up something." I'm like, "What's going on?" Then I was just messing with you.
It was about Zytel.
Yeah. So let's get
He's living right now. So our guy Zytel.
I wish we could see the game.
He might be living right now. If they're losing, he's not gonna be living.
I got a
too
feeling
well.
they're losing.
Think so.
Dang, why you gonna do him like that?
Bengals are off to the Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
It is. It was very unexpected.
How y'all feel about that?
I'm just surprised more than anything. I don't really have much personal
Ooh,
animosity to it.
7-7.
There you go. 7-7
Many
at this
more.
moment.
Yeah, no animosity, but
Yeah. I'm just surprised.
I firmly believe that when I watched Joe Burrow last year, I said, yo, this dude is serious.
Yeah.
I said, for real, like I think the Browns organization, even though we lose to the Bengals,
Not this year. 2-0.
I don't think we really concern ourselves with the Bengals so much as we do with the
Steelers,
With the
right.
Steelers
Y'all
and
look at him
Ravens.
like little brother.
Yeah. So last year, I said, ooh, it's gonna be some trouble soon
Down the road.
And sure enough, man, they
It's
done
down the
won
road,
the
and here we
AFC
are.
championship.
Little brother getting
Yeah.
tough. Little brother getting tough.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Should be. I think the Super Bowl matchup will be fun. This week also is. It's just a big week in general here.
Yeah.
So obviously we have Keith Thurman fight. We also have the Quadra Sarungasai fight. Chris Eubank fights in the UK this week as well. But here in Vegas, we also have the Pro Bowl and the NHL All-Star game
NHL
are both here the same weekend. So yeah, it'll
It's
be
popping.
if you're here for that, it'll be a big weekend to do it. But
What's that called? What's that called when it's your list of things that you got to do before
itinerary,
Priorities.
agenda.
the list of things you got to do before you
Bucket
die.
list.
Bucket list. Yeah, I kept the word basket kept coming into my
Basket list.
Yeah, right.
What you
But
gotta do?
Bucket list for me is going to the Pro Bowl.
We're going to Pro Bowl next week.
Can't do it.
Why?
Got too much work.
Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
Podcast is in the way.
It's all right.
Hate to see it.
I hate to see it. Did we giving up the podcast? Stop the podcast?
He like, hold on,
He's like, we're going on a brief hiatus until next week.
Yeah. Little slide your daddy in there or something. Somebody wait you.
Well, there will be a porter in that.
He said, I'm here till I DIE. You better slide somebody
We all
else in.
in. We all in at this point. I named my baby after the podcast.
We had some fights yesterday though.
Good fights.
Ali
Yeah.
Sheffel. Let's start with that.
Just gonna jump off.
You want to start there? Because we can start there.
Carson was highly impressed with Ali Sheffel. He got the smooth. He's smooth like his granddaddy.
I guess it's a complex issue or a complex moment because
When you said complex, I said complexion issue. What are you talking
no,
about?
because I just
That's
think
what
like
that's like complexion.
who am I to dictate how you honor your grandfather?
Oh, for sure.
And who am I to feel that way?
For sure.
But then on the other side, like you're fighting a guy that's 1-1-1 and he's out against the ropes. And I don't know.
Hey, Carson.
Is what it is, I guess.
In 100 years, if your grandkid wears a jersey
Soccer jersey.
every Sunday on the
In my
podcast,
honor.
hey man, you be honorable.
Yeah, I guess. And that's why I look at it. Like I don't know. I just don't look at it like
It was kind of corny.
True story for me. I was 9 years old, and first touchdown I ever scored. And on my way into the end zone, I high stepped.
A little Deion Sanders action.
High step. This is what I grew up doing. You know what I mean? My dad taught me how to catch. He taught me how to run. He taught me how to hit. And then he taught me how to celebrate.
Okay.
I celebrate after the first touchdown I score, and the referee comes over and yells at me. He says, "You ever do that again, I'm tossing you out of the game." Make it to the sidelines. My dad, "What are you doing?" Da, 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 da. I'm like, "I'm doing what I was taught to do."
Yeah.
Never celebrated again. But point of that story is, I was 9 years old. Me scoring a touchdown really wasn't that big a deal. This is fourth fight. Not really a big deal, but in his mind, what he's seen and what he wants to do with his sports, so on and so forth, he found, first of all, let me see. He found a moment where he could do something that I found to be very fly in the moment. I was like, yo.
Great opportunity.
He found the perfect opportunity to pull it off and actually pulled it off. I felt like he didn't rush it.
Hey, Carson, was he working on that in the bathroom? My feet moving under the table.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
I felt like he didn't rush it.
Yeah.
I felt like it was right on time.
It was smooth.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
And guess what? If he goes another 15 fights and we see it in every fight, probably by the next 10, we'll be waiting for it and ready for it.
I won't be waiting.
Carson don't want
Carson, we'll be waiting for it and we'll be ready for it.
But you look at it this way. So
look at it. Carson.
It was smooth. It was smooth.
Smooth, Carson.
It was smooth.
Carson.
But so what they did is they moved him to deeper on the undercard.
Turn around.
Oh, I saw it multiple times. First off, he probably should have been stopped after the first knockdown, but because after the first knockdown, he stumbles back into the ropes.
He did,
again,
but
so,
he was
whatever.
He had it together. It's Oklahoma.
So they move him to the they move him deeper in the undercard, which was something we mentioned for him, for boxing fans. And then the Ali shuffle happens, and everyone's like, "Oh boy, here we go again."
Blew up. Viral.
Well, then, shoot, we talking about the Ali shuffle, but let's talk about his boxing
Here we go.
in the fight.
He also has a new trainer. I think that might be.
Well, he had
Richard Sloan.
Not a new trainer, but I guess
He's
the
no longer
assistant
with Sugar
coach
Hill.
is has moved over into
Why?
the coaching position. They were speculating that it could have been because Sugar Hill didn't really have the time to.
That was kind of
to
my thought,
dedicate
was
to
that
him.
somebody could focus a little bit more singularly on him.
But even in the post-fight interview,
The dude behind him has a boxing Joe Frazier hat.
I saw that Smoking Joe Frazier.
That's kind of weird. A smoking Joe.
Yeah, I saw that.
well, there's a tie there. There's a tie there where that guy was like in the corner or something like that of Smoking Joe as well.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, kind of like it ties in.
I thought the same thing though. I was like, wait a second, bringing out all the nostalgia here.
But for real though, to keep it real, like the look that he has right now is the look that he had in the dressing room, is the look that he had from the opening bell. He didn't have wide eyes. He didn't look like anything was new to him in this fight. And so what I'm saying is, we don't have to stick on it long. Yeah. I saw improvement, and it looks like he's improving, and he's gonna be better every time we see him out.
Okay,
Simple as that.
I'm not sure I disagree, but
Yeah.
is
Of
what it
course, you know, nothing else needs to be said about
Hey,
it.
what weight is he fighting at?
54. I think he's a 54.
Not possible,
A lot of there's a lot of things you could say negatively about Top Rank, but they have put on a lot of these young prospects, especially yesterday. Tiger Johnson was on, Stephen Shaw,
Tiger.
the other kid from Cleveland. I can't think of his name off the top. I'm gonna look because I don't want to disrespect the Cleveland athlete.
Dang,
But
look what you do for
let me
Cleveland.
just take a peek.
This dude's a racist for outside.
that was,
Ohio.
He's young. I actually didn't.
It was actually his debut.
Yeah.
Dante Benjamin.
Yeah, I don't know Dante.
Free smoke, Dante Benjamin. But yeah, no, it was a good card, and then it capped off by Robson Conceicao, who got.
Look at that! Hey, look at that picture though, Carson.
He looked serious. He looked
Tough.
serious in the picture.
Tough.
And I actually got to meet him at Larry Wade Day, the event.
You got an
Really
autograph?
really nice kid. Nah, he was really nice.
He signed your titties?
No, but really nice guy.
Hey, what happened?
Yeah, there you go. That was well deserving of the rim shot.
What the hell is going on? Somebody talk to you, say, yo,
Fire that shit up. They were like,
What? I've been wild all day?
yes.
a little bit, yeah.
Oh, my bad. I thought, why did I do that to myself? You know, sometimes when you look back on embarrassing moments in your life, that was one.
Conceicao closes out the show on Top Rank, and like you said out there in Tulsa, that was a title eliminator, WBC, so he should get another shot.
Carson, he had 1 star.
Who?
Nico.
Oh,
What that mean?
I don't know. It's a star ranking.
On the
you got
rank
like
line.
4 or 5.
Oh, that's
No,
what's
you're
up.
inactive.
Oh, that's what's up.
You're listed as inactive now.
Oh yeah.
But
Why are y'all on box rec looking at me?
Oh, they took your stars away.
the star inactive. You weren't overly entertained. It sounds like from the main
My
event.
man looks so young. It's quiet.
Yeah, there's a young picture.
I used to be happy.
You weren't
What is going on today?
just deep eternal pain. Apparently, you weren't. It wasn't a eye-catching main event for you.
Nah, I wasn't really impressed.
Didn't do much for you?
Yeah. Bob need to get some more fighters besides like Loma, Shakira, and Oscar Valdez. He got a couple more, but when you get between those breaks with those guys not fighting this night, like who is this? I mean,
I'm
we like
admitted-
boxing, so I watch it.
Yeah, I'm admittedly a big fan of Conceicao.
Are you?
Yeah.
He like foreign people. I don't.
Well, it's the boxing. It's he's an outside fighter. You know, I prefer that.
Cleaner punches.
Yes, 2016
cleaner punches.
gold medalist.
He likes to see it. Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, no, I like him, so I thought he pieced him up pretty well.
You like seeing him in there with somebody next?
I thought he did really well against Oscar Valdez. The issue with Conceicao is he has these moments of like lacking of focus at times. So he
Can't do that in boxing.
he got caught big in that fight yesterday.
That was the narrative that ESPN were.
Yeah.
They were on that, and it's a fact.
Because if you look at the Valdez fight, I know Zytel even mentioned it too. Pour one out for Zytel. That
Pull
he
one out for Zach. What is up with us today?
that he was winning like the first 5 rounds. That's unbelievable. And then he started to showboat a little bit.
Like a
and
Dipset video.
He kind of lost his focus and then ends up losing to Valdez.
He got hyped off of Nico.
Yeah, so I think he just if he can stay locked in, I do think he's pretty good at 130. But you can't make mental mistakes against guys like Burchell, Shakur Stevenson,
The big names.
the big guys. I think that's all we really need to talk about. That we'll see what he gets next.
Let me say
I'm a
this.
fan.
Let me say this. Because I was talking to Dr. Lucas earlier today, and we're talking about the level that I competed at as a professional and things of that nature. And I said, is what's crazy for me to think about is if there's ever going to be something that's going to take me to that level of focus that was needed in the actual fight. I said the crazy thing is you would go so high and be so focused that you really, it's like almost like holding on to something. And if you hold on to it long enough, you don't realize like that you're gripping something so tight. And then once somebody says, okay, you can let go, you be like, damn, I was holding
So
like
used
that?
to, yeah.
And that's how it was for me. Like once I would get to the back room, it's like then you start to come down.
Yeah.
But the level that you have to focus at and be so attentive during the course of a fight, 10 and 12 round fights, and you say, man, that guy, he just loses focus. It's a hard thing to do. You know what I mean?
We've lost focus 75 times in this episode, literally all of us. So.
Yeah, I mean, what's the average attention span of a human is like 15 minutes or something like that. You know what I mean? So somebody's coming at you, everything's going on all at once, and I'm telling you, it's like this. And the ones who can hold on and stay like this until the fight is over, was all right.
Goldfish is 9 seconds.
Oh, goldfish is 9 seconds. Are we worse than that?
If there was a goldfish watching this podcast, they would have been tuned out.
So just saying all that to say, you know, when we say, hey man, if he could just stay focused a little bit longer, to me, I think it was a matter of my preparation in terms of running, getting my conditioning to a certain level, and nutrition, of course, to a certain level. But also, I think that if a game plan is implemented and it's structured and worked on, kind of for the sake of words, beat into you, but worked on to a standpoint of where you are so focused on what that game plan is and who you're fighting against, and you've studied that guy and all that kind of stuff, I think that your level of focus increases for the moment.
Yeah.
And I think that that's what he needs to do. I think that he needs to be more conditioned, and which you can see that as well. And I think that along with the conditioning, he's got to have a game plan that's involved, and he's got to have some coaches that can really, it's
And he's now
drill. It's drilling.
I don't know I can't think of the translation, but his nickname now is the Angry One, which I liked.
Where is he?
He's from
What is he,
Brazil.
like top 5 in WBC rankings?
Yeah, he's now going to be, I think, the mandatory for the WBC, which is Valdez, who we just lost to. But then Valdez allegedly going to fight Stevenson.
Right.
So all kind of tie in there.
I love that fight.
Yeah.
I love that fight.
Yeah,
Hey,
absolutely.
speaking of focus, you ever been in a fight thinking like, damn, I forgot to take out the trash?
No.
But you ever thought about like went outside the ring for a second?
I remember I was fighting Keith Thurman.
Oh man, bad timing, Sean.
He said bad timing. Kenny
Lost
was
focus
there
one time.
Kenny was there, and Kenny was like, hit him with that Ali. And I'm in the midst of me boxing, I was like,
He was talking about the
Why-
Nico
why would I do
Ali-Walsh,
that?
the
I
shuffle.
I was like, what are you yelling? What I'm saying? For real, like in the midst, I was like, I got mad at him. I got mad about I know his voice. I'm like, what are you talking about? You know? Like you do have those
So,
moments.
yeah.
Did he ever explain what he was insinuating by that?
We had some conversations.
Okay,
So
fair
yeah, we had some conversations afterwards. I was
He
like,
said, hey, in 6 years, there's going to be a guy, Nico Ali-Walsh. He's going to do the Ali shuffle. I want you to do that now. But
so
yeah.
Oscar Valdez.
Yeah, I think a rematch will be fun. Like I said, Conceicao was definitely up early in that fight, and then just kind of the wheels fell off because Valdez, to be fair, turned the heat up, and Valdez, you know.
Hey, Shakira said you better sign a contract.
Yeah, Shakur.
They going back at it forth on
He's
him.
like-
he
light
don't play
him
no
up.
games.
No.
He don't play no games, and he ain't out here to waste no time.
No.
I appreciate that about the kid.
And he light Valdez's ass up.
What you predicted knockout? What you predict?
Yeah, no, I think he
gotta
stops him.
stop him.
Yeah, I do think he stops him. I think he just pieces him up.
Why do I think it's a great fight then?
It's a great.
Oh, it's a great fight.
It's a great fight. For,
We just
if
feel
it-
like
I think it's more competitive than he lights his ass up.
Okay.
And he knocks him out.
okay. Sean said the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so you ain't by yourself. I just want you to know that.
B
Yeah.
square, man. I'm a B side. I miss you, B side.
Yeah.
You call him a B square. Okay.
Hip to be a square. But yeah, how do we want to talk this weekend going forward? Do we want to save Keith for last? You know, give the people a little tease. We'll get to it when we get to it.
Yeah, we got to say Keith for laughs.
Okay.
Save it for last.
Okay.
Gotta listen to the whole shit.
Yeah, the whole show.
Or fast forward all the way to the end.
Yeah. But you won't know when specifically because there won't be timestamps. There will be timestamps.
And it's like as long as you listen.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a card overseas. Chris Eubank fights Chris Eubank Jr.
Shout out to Chris Eubank Sr.
He been trying to get back
Swag.
Guy, man. Chris Eubank Sr., that's the man.
Junior been trying to get back into the ring for a minute.
Yeah, there was a postponement with this one. They unfortunately lost a brother. One of Chris Eubank's brothers passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it seems like they're ready to get back into it. Claressa Shields fights. She's the co-main on that fight.
Okay.
I had kind of a thought with. We'll touch on it in a bit, I'm sure, with Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor being something that's announced. But I don't know why, if maybe Claressa Shields, who I think is the best female fighter on the planet, almost doesn't. She didn't come to mind. Like I was like, yeah, we got Serrano, we got Taylor, and I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, best female fighter in the world. She's also there.
Yeah, it's weird.
Maybe because she's had to go back and forth a little bit. She did the MMA stuff, and I guess, long story, let me tie a bow on that. I think she should be on that same level.
Absolutely.
Is what
I think if anything,
talent-wise, she should be there.
too soon for her to do the back and forth.
Yeah.
I think that even though she solidified herself as the GWOAT, and possibly even all time.
Yeah.
As when she's done, she's gonna be all time.
Yeah.
But I think that she didn't really solidify that enough for me to say I know what she's done and I know who she is and what she's capable of. So it's easy for me to say that, but I don't think that the casual boxing fan has a firm understanding of who she is.
And I don't think it was her fault.
Yeah, it's not Claressa Shields' fault
Yeah.
that she don't have competition right now.
And
I think that's the biggest part.
And I think that was why she explained she went to MMA. She wasn't getting the money she merits. And so she was doing that. But yeah, when I was thinking about that, I was like, oh, Claressa Shields fights this weekend. I was like, we should be talking about her as much as we talk about Serrano, Taylor, Sinisa Estrada. Like she's, I think, the best.
And
She's number one.
The weight difference is such big that they can't make those fights.
Yeah.
And that's the interesting thing in boxing. It's like the bigger you get, the more people want to see you. And female fighting, the smaller weights are the ones that kind of reap the benefits of being seen.
She always has like a back and forth with Savannah Marshall, which I hope will happen. That's kind of her Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor fight. But yeah, she fights. And then, like I said, Eubank will headline there. And then the card in DAZN was supposed to be Jesse Vargas, I believe, but he was not able to fight. where his opponent wasn't. So now it's Quadras rematching Sarung Vasai, who beat my guy Chocolatito twice. So I got beef with him. But that should be a fun fight. Their first fight was a technical decision for Quadras, I think, like almost a decade ago, maybe.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a cut and ended up being a technical decision. Maybe the guy to watch on that card in general is Bam Rodriguez, Jesse Rodriguez, who, going back to B-side, our guy, he thinks that's a pound for pound guy.
Okay.
Like, he is unbelievable.
He's really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
And so we'll get to see him back in action, which is always a good time. See a top talent like that. But
A lot of fight this week.
Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor.
yeah, it's official.
Carson's the boxing, the women's boxing guy.
Yeah, happy
What would you
about that.
predict, Carson?
I think Serrano gets her, but we mentioned last time she's gotta just be the best version of her that we've seen to beat Katie Taylor. Because Katie Taylor, she's serious, she's serious business. But and I think a tip of the hat needs to go to Eddie Hearn, Jake Paul. They made it happen. Like, this is something that's been kind of thrown around and didn't make sense, and
We've been wanting it for years.
there it is.
And making a fight?
Yeah, they made it happen. And Bob Arum made a comment that no one really watches women's boxing. And it's saw Jake Paul say, like, I feel bad for Michaela Mayer. Like, she's also a top female fighter. And you're literally saying, yeah, nobody really watches women's boxing. But yeah, Bob is who he is.
Bob who he is.
Yeah. But when that happens, it'll be a fun fight. Be a good fight to watch.
I did a shout out to Broad Boxing Podcast. I did a
That night, they actually making him go up against Oscar Valdez and Stevenson.
Possibly.
The same
Yeah.
night.
I hate
We'll
that.
make it happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that. But I did a shout out to Broad Boxing Podcast. I did let me make sure I got the name right. I did a podcast with some
You
guys.
can't do another boxing podcast.
I did a podcast with some guys out on the Broad Boxing Podcast.
Every time somebody asks me,
fellas?
ask me to do a podcast, I turn them down.
I
do too.
I got to do it. I got to go international. So
Oh, it's overseas? They're overseas?
yeah,
Give his
they're-
accent.
Yeah.
No, please don't.
Nah.
We leave that for Zytel,
If
who's
you-
also not here. In case
Listen to the conversation. It wasn't a conversation. Really wasn't even an interview.
Okay.
But they're Irish, and I was like, yo, how do you pronounce your I's with the A? How is it every time you see a I, you pronounce it with the A? It's just it's hot. It's their accent, but yeah, I don't know. Y'all figure it out. Something like that. But anyway, they were kind of like breaking the news to me that fight was gonna happen, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, and they asked me about it. I said, you know what? Amanda Serrano lacks defense. I think Katie Taylor is a really good boxer, but she does not have like a humongous bag of tools. She's kind of, in and out, north and south.
Volume punching.
She's a volume puncher. But she will take her steps back. She will maintain her range and her distance. Whereas, of course, Amanda Serrano, she's got head, body. Yeah. She can step around the whole nine. But where she comes up short is she does not use offense and defense. So she's doing one or the other. She's either punching and getting hit, or she's making somebody miss and she's looking slick. Every now and then she creates moments where she can counterpunch and have some sharp counterpunches, but I think that I think it's a 50-50 fight. I picked Amanda Serrano to win. Once again on the Broad Boxing Podcast. What's up, fellas? And I did pick her to win, but I really do think it's a 50-50 fight.
Yeah, I would agree. It's a fight that we mentioned before where Serrano's offense is maybe more diverse than Katie Taylor's is, where it's just firing shots, and Serrano's more, she's got better movement. She's going to the body, like you said, but I think she got obviously more power than Katie Taylor.
There's a chance we can get somebody to get stopped.
Yeah, I think if anyone gets stopped, it would be Katie Taylor. Okay. But I do think my pick would be it goes the distance.
A big knockout would explode the women division.
Yeah. Because, there really is. I mean, Alicia Baumgartner has this huge knockout last year. It was one of the knockouts of the year. Mm-hmm. And then she takes on new heights. Toledo, Ohio's own. But, she iced her. But, I think it'll be a good fight. And it's definitely something to look forward to. And Jake Paul even mentioned with the Arum comment, like, those comments are why these fights haven't happened, why they haven't been paid accordingly, is this mindset. So let's move past it and celebrate female boxing.
Right.
But Showtime, Fox, whatever the channel's on, Fox, your Showtime, but you'll be on Fox. So I brought it back. Yeah, Keith Thurman back in the ring.
I'm excited, man. I'm happy to have
One
him
time?
back in the
And
ring.
Leo Santa Cruz back in the ring. Yeah.
Leo.
He going Leo going 12? Carson?
It's going to be 12 rounds of looking at him twitching his hand.
Carson hates that for some reason.
It was just something the first time I
He did
watched
it so many
him.
times in the tank fight. He's like, yeah, I hope he gets stopped.
Yeah, it was just one of those things where the first time I watched him, I was like, it was almost like I didn't know that I was seeing that. I was like, wait, am I the only one seeing that he keeps adjusting his hand? And I think you can correct me wrong. It was just something that happened. Like it's just kind of a not like a routine. Like it's just kind of something that goes on.
As long as I've known him.
I think everybody got a little. Don't you have a little thing when you play? Like LeBron does this every time, and it's like every time it was like they take out the ball. He always slaps his jerseys and wipes his hands.
Sean does the shimmy before the fights. That was your
That's
thing?
not. Yeah, but that's
I'm
not
talking about in the
I
fight.
can't think of you doing anything
I don't
specifically in the
really
fight.
have anything. When I spar and have a headgear on, I'm always touching my headgear. That's something about
Just making sure it's still there.
something.
It's like, okay,
That's something
I'm good.
fighters do.
I hate when boxers always pulling their shorts down. I'm like,
That's-
fight!
That's
Yeah.
You almost
another
so you don't
thing.
get sleep. Like
Yeah.
David Benavidez does that a lot. That's my guy.
Yeah, he does.
He does that a lot.
Now that you say that, I'm like, oh yeah, he really does do
Yeah,
that
he
a
does
lot.
that a lot.
Also fighting, I mentioned.
I love
female
how
fighting.
every time I always hear somebody that's never seen.
Why is he moving his hand?
Is his hand hurt?
I'm
every
telling
time.
you.
Is his hand hurt?
Because that's how I was watching the fight the first time I saw him fight. I was like, what, is nobody else seeing this? What's that? Why are the announcers talking about this?
Yeah.
I wanted to mention Carolyn Dubois, who's Daniel Dubois' sister, fights on that card over in the UK. as well.
Okay.
So
Debut?
no, I don't think so. It is a 4-round fight though. She's a lightweight.
I got fighters in their
Yeah,
family.
just want to make sure to
I
mention
know she
that.
was in the games when I I remember her from there.
But yeah, so this Fox card, we mentioned Santa Cruz. I know they've had to shuffle a little bit. Josecito Lopez is reportedly out. And so it'll be Lucas Santamaria facing Abel Ramos instead. I'm not sure which one's going to be on.
That would have been an okay
TV.
fight.
That would have been a very exciting fight.
Yeah, that might have took the
Ramos
show.
and Josecito.
Oh yeah. For sure.
I don't know if anyone's ever walked away from a Josecito Lopez fight and like, man, that was boring. Like he's there to entertain. He's like Soto Carras. Like those guys, you watch those fights.
Soto, goodness.
They're just like, yeah, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
here.
according to his team, they hit me up and said Sean was dodging the smoke, but I didn't even get it
He
back to you.
said
Dodging the Josecito Lopez smoke.
Certain things I don't even get back to you. I'll
Yeah.
be like, I'm killing that.
Courting.
We're like,
I'll
yeah,
be
he's
like,
dodging the
I'll
smoke.
be like, yeah, he's working on bigger things. But they was like, yeah, we were trying to make the fight, so why don't you answer? I'm like,
Oh man, I know they had
They got puffed up after
Put
they
dates
fought.
on it.
After they fought Keith.
yeah,
They got puffed
That's
up.
when they start hitting you and stuff.
Yeah, they
guy
got
catch
puffed
it.
up.
Guy caught
Yeah.
Keith on the ropes for 10 seconds, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden he was taking on the world.
Yeah.
Fernando Vargas fights on that fight on Fox.
Oh, Junior. I'm like,
Yeah,
hold
Junior.
on.
Yeah.
I was about to say, what?
Nowadays you do have to specify.
Yeah.
You keep seeing these guys come back, and Fernando Vargas back in
They
there.
were talking about him coming back.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We also should probably just briefly mention the Makabu on this fight. The guy that's allegedly going to fight Canelo maybe in Warren,
I did see that. I was like,
Yeah, it was a split decision.
yeah.
The production from what I saw didn't look like it was the best, but
Who produced that? Like, what was
It
that?
was-
The Zone?
it was
Don
on
King
Fight TV maybe.
Don King still around?
Yeah,
I thought Don King was dead.
No, he's
don't
kicking
know.
on.
Don't say that.
Yeah, he's kicking on.
Cleveland.
Sat behind him at I sat behind him at a fight out here.
Oh, for
actually.
real?
Yeah. At it was Lara fought.
What'd you
We were
say
there.
to him?
I don't know if I said anything to him.
You always saying something to somebody.
I don't know what I probably would have said something about Ohio.
I introduced him to Dr. J. What did you say?
I still stand by that story. Please leave this in the comments. Please let me know who's right and wrong here.
We went somewhere. I'm hyped up.
I'll do the long story short of it.
Dr. Dre is there.
Dr. J, not Dr. Dre.
Dr. J is
Hell
there.
yeah.
I shook his hand.
Yeah.
I said, "This is my guy, Carson."
Let
Merck."
me actually paint the picture. So so Sean's next to him talking to
do all
Dr.
that for
J,
no reason.
a legend, one of the greatest players of all time. And there's multiple people between us. I'm on the furthest away from him. So Sean very kindly is saying, hey, this is my guy Alex, this is my guy Drew, this is my guy Carson. So I reached my hand out and I said, Doctor, shook his hand, kept it pushing. We walk away and Sean goes, what'd you call him doctor for? I said, Dr. J, what was I supposed to call him? He said, Dr. J,
Doctor.
Julius, Mr. Irving. I was like, nah, I stand by it. I don't regret it.
What would y'all have called him in the
Yeah, what would
comments?
you have called him?
Tell me in the comments.
Because I really don't feel any regret
let's see
about it.
who was right, Sean or Carson on the
He
Dr.
said-
J meet.
He said, "Doctor."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
not his name.
You got all embarrassed. Damn, I knew I shouldn't have.
We seriously,
I knew I
walked,
shouldn't.
we literally walked away. He was like, "What'd you call him doctor for?" I was like, "I don't know." But actually, we did. There was actually a basketball player we met at that fight I was talking about with Don King. Rashard Lewis was there.
Okay.
Dang, what was that?
It was
Miami Heat.
It was Charlo fought somebody and Laura fought Vanez.
Myrodian?
Yeah,
Really?
at the Cosmo.
Oh, boom.
I sat next to you and I sat next to Don King.
Yeah. Wow.
But
Okay.
Rashard Lewis was there, former Orlando Magic. He would be unstoppable in this era. Not to get off a tangent, but Rashard Lewis, stretch four.
Really?
Oh my gosh, like 6'11".
Hey, I want to hear that era,
Jumper?
because Dirk did it.
True, yeah, very true.
He took down one of the greatest teams of all time.
This is true.
You go get your white boy at the rec right now. I'll take all y'all.
Potentially one of the greatest championship wins ever was Dirk's. That unexpected, but we met Rashard Lewis that day. But back to the fights.
We all over the place.
Yeah, no. So we got like we said, Josecito isn't going to be able to go. So Ramos fight Santa Maria. I'm trying to think who else. There was another fight that I was intrigued by. Luis Nery's back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, last time out we saw him, he got stopped with a body shot against Figueroa. Lost his belt.
Oh, yeah.
He's fighting another kid that just knocked out somebody.
Carlos Castro.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be a good matchup. I don't know, to be candid, much about Leo's opponent, Carbajal.
I don't either.
Leo's back in the ring, which is good.
Yeah.
Leo might get a stoppage. When the last time Leo had a stoppage? Nobody has.
I was gonna say September. Oh wait, I don't. That's a good question. Can we get that? Can we get?
I really would like to know that.
All right, before we bring it up, guesses. When was the last time Leo got a stoppage?
I'm going 2014.
I'm going 2012.
I'm going 20. I'll go in the middle. 20.
He only got two. He only got two in his career.
He only got 2 in his career?
Yes. Hold on.
Go back up.
Hold on.
There it is.
Oh, no, I was
2017.
tripping. I was tripping.
Man.
I said it was losses. I was like, hold on.
Okay, I was like, that's impossible.
2017?
2017. Okay.
8th round.
Yeah.
Okay, at the War Zone.
Wait, what is that? What? So I'm reading BoxRec here, and it says Avalos stopped standing. Does that mean he got knocked down?
He got clipped.
That is the
got
greatest
clipped, Carson.
description.
I was gonna say the
Greatest description of a knockdown of all time. It was like, what happened? Well, he stopped standing. So
Yeah, he got more knockouts than I thought.
yeah. No, so it'll be good to see Leo back in there. I don't know what
haters, man.
Yeah, we are, because I thought he'd be playing patty cake all night.
What do you think his when we mentioned, and we'll get to Keith obviously, but do you think there's another run for Leo?
At 126, I don't think he can go up there at 130. The problem is, I think he might run into Fullerton. That if he moves up, he might give him hell.
Yeah.
You know who else could give him hell is Brandon Figueroa.
Yeah.
That'll be a good fight.
Absolutely.
Woo, that'll be a good fight.
Talking about an action fight.
Yeah.
Because Figueroa's not going to
defense.
stop coming forward, and Leo, he's throwing hands.
That's a good fight.
If you can count on Leo Santa Cruz to do one thing, it's throw hands at all times.
Yeah, that's a good fight.
But do you think he has another run in him?
Ask me next weekend.
Okay, perfect. Great. Stay tuned.
Because
you gotta see what
you gotta see. You know,
that knockout was
even with
devastating.
Keith. You know what I mean? Like I said, I feel that Keith has all of the intangibles to handle Mario Barrios.
Yeah.
If it's going the distance or a knockout, I actually expect a knockout from Keith. But we know with age, some things decline. You haven't been in the ring in X amount of years.
Yeah.
What have you been doing to work on your power? What have you been doing to maintain your strength? And I mean, the list goes on from there. So you're getting in the ring with a young, seriously hungry guy who is not afraid of you. Keith has always been used to the intimidation factor being a major key to him winning fights.
I had secondhand intimidation for you with Keith. I was intimidated by Keith.
That's hilarious.
On your behalf.
Yeah, that's hilarious. So when this kid does not have that he's not intimidated by you. He's looking to shine and get right back to where he was just months ago. I mean, there really is. There's a lot of narratives that come along with this fight. I think the funniest one or most interesting one to me is when you look at this fight, you say, well, you know what? Last time Keith was on his long layoff, he came back against Josecito Lopez, and we all know what happened in that fight.
Yeah.
This guy's younger than Josecito. He's hungrier than Josecito. He's probably a better boxer, better puncher. The list goes on. what's his kid gonna
Now
do?
I see why
You know what I mean?
Hosito's team had smoke for. You're talking crazy like that.
yeah.
But he also explained
What
that.
I told
When
Sean
I
that
come back to fight Josecito.
I finally told Sean, y'all told me to give him a message again.
Keith also explained why this layoff will be different than the last one.
Yeah.
But I think, so closing on Leo, I think we all think Leo will get the job done. To be fair, we've seen some crazy stuff. We thought Mikey Garcia would get the job done, then he didn't.
That was weird.
Why y'all still on?
And
Why are we talking about that?
and again, I mean, like when you take a look at the fighters, this is why you can't say for me. This is why I don't make predictions, because you never know what's going on up here. You can watch video after video, see somebody training, running their butt off the whole nines, and they're saying, "Oh yeah, I'm ready." But up here and in here, are you really as connected and locked in as everything else would suggest? You know. So when we looked at Mikey Garcia, we did not expect him to lose that fight. Hell yeah, he lost that fight. The fight that we didn't expect him to lose. But here and here, I don't think he's connected to the fight game the way he used to be.
Yeah, he don't want it no more.
I don't know Leo enough to tell you for a fact that he is. I believe that he is, but I won't know until after the fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I think just on paper is what I'm looking at. I think he gets the job
For sure.
done. But
And I hope he gets the job done. Then we get the Brendan Figueroa fight in September.
I would like that fight.
we mentioned just literally a week ago, Leo Santa Cruz and Mark Magsayo was a great fight.
It is.
Like, there's a lot of good fights for Leo. He still has unfinished business with Gary Russell Jr.
I want to see Pretty Boy step up. What's his name?
Cool Boy Steph.
Step up. I think he'll dance around him all night.
Yeah, possibly. And got some power, got some pop too. But yeah, main event.
It's hard for me, man. It's
I know
hard
you
for me.
lovely. You can't even not smile. You're like,
It's hard.
Santa Cruz?
It's like everybody that like I came up with. It's like I got to talk about them now, and it's like I don't. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. You know what I mean?
you guys had like a serious squad coming up.
Yeah.
Like you look back now, like there were some serious customers in there. Mm-hmm. You came up with Gary, Leo, Keith, Demetrius Andrade, Daniel Jacobs,
I think
Danny
there's
Garcia.
thinking about it. There's not very many of us that were the elite guys that didn't make it.
Yeah.
There was like most of us elite guys, we made it. There's only a few. Shout out to Alan Lawrence. Hit me up, man. I saw him on the he messaged on the podcast not too long ago. Al, and I'm not just saying this because he's gonna see this. Al was to me amazing. I know they had the question who did you see that we didn't get to see? Al was one of the first ones that come to mind. He his body just couldn't hold up to the sport. Yeah. And he got injured very early, like right around 17, 18, right when we turned open. And just his body just didn't hold up. But you talking about fast hands, power, the whole nine. I think he was like 178 pounds when we were 14. He was 178 pounds when we was 18. Like he was a big kid and stayed a big kid, and he grew into the sport and was amazing. You know what I mean? So
Guys like
he's
Berto, Bud.
He's one of the few guys that you didn't see, but I mean, yeah, everybody else.
The only other one that comes to mind is Karl Dargan. He was supposed to be like the guy. Still had a run, whatever.
Yeah.
But he was the only one that I'm thinking of that like was considered
that people
the
talked
top of the
about.
top. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
He was supposed to be the guy.
Yep. He was supposed to be on the 04 squad, didn't make it, ended up making the 08 and then ended up losing the 08 trials to the twin, Molina, one of the Molina brothers. Yeah.
Karl Dargan might be an interesting interview on here sometime.
I believe
I'm just
so.
gonna float that out there.
I believe so.
But
I'm hyped that you're like interested in like
Karl
talking to him.
Dargan.
Yeah.
I think it would be interesting because he was. You hear people talk like there's a general fan level, but like
Hey, pull up Karl Dargan for me real quick.
When you hear from like boxing
Please.
boxing fans or like boxing Twitter,
Yeah.
like he was the guy. Like
KARL.
yeah,
He fought in like September or something like that.
DARGAN.
Yep.
Last year?
Yeah, yep.
Are you still out here?
The
Yeah.
Dynamite.
20-1. He turned pro, I think, in 08. We're like right as the games were coming.
Would that loss really
Just
hurt him or something?
he had a slow. He had a slow. I don't know. I don't really know what it was that held him back.
Philly zone.
Yeah, Philly kid, and I mean, like growing up,
Was
Philly.
he considered like one of like the ones to watch, like of your guys' group?
Yeah. Not of my group because he stuck
older?
around. Yeah, he stuck around. What's his age? He's 36. Yeah.
A couple years older.
Yeah, a couple years older.
He got to go.
Yeah, he got to go. That's what I told him. What, look at this last fight real quick.
2021.
Yeah, but what was it? September?
July.
July of 2021.
TKO win.
Gotta be back in the ring, baby.
I was late seeing the fight. I don't think I saw it till like September, right around there, August, September. And I hit him up. It's right after I seen him. Say, yo, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
It's go time. Let's make something happen. You know what I mean? So I'm behind him. I believe that.
Let's get him on the podcast.
This is what
it's happening.
Let me say this. This is what I know when you have been an inactive fighter, and everybody should know this. It means you're healthy.
Yeah.
And as long as you've taken care of your body and you've remained going, you've kept the gas in the car. Yeah, you know what I mean? You turn that car on, you got no problems. You know what I mean? So I'm curious to see if he could do something what he could do about a world championship run.
So let's speaking of inactive fighters, Keith Thurman. This is an interesting matchup. I know a lot of the criticism is that it's pay-per-view. I don't think people hate the fight particularly.
I gotta say this real quick because I know a
Buy
lot
the
of
pay-per-view.
people. A lot of people waited,
Yeah.
or sped through to get to this point, and I know they probably would have missed it had I said it earlier.
Okay.
ShopShawnPorter.com.
Okay, there you go. You can't buy the pay-per-view. You can't buy the pay-per-view there, but buy something.
My man is getting money every site.
Everywhere.
Is Shawn Porter.
ShopShawnPorter.com.
I just got my ShawnPorter.com stuff.
Yeah, I got my mask last week, but yeah, no, I think the criticism or the people's animosity toward it is it's pay-per-view and it's not the heavyweight 50 bones. It's the full shebang. It's $80.
Oh,
it's
it is.
80.
Oh, it is.
$79.99 technically. But I think that's the only criticism, but it happens. Like, it's Keith Thurman. I'm not really sure like what you want, but I don't know how Mario Barrios beats him.
The card's nice.
The card is good. A lot of action fights.
Would you? I think the card. I think collectively it's good. It's an $80 night.
$80 is a tough sell. Just from a candid. I mean, because if I say it's definitely worth it, then
I'll sell it next week on Fox.
Yeah, then we're being just being a little unfair to it. But yeah, it's a tough sell for 80. But I don't know how Mario Barrios beats him. Can either of you explain to me how that happens?
He's got a really good jab.
And let's
start there.
That's the only thing I've seen.
The only thing that I can see that they line up together is that Keith has been somewhat vulnerable to body shots, and Mario Barrios is a good body puncher. Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
But you risk getting slept trying to get to the Keith. So I would say try to box him all night. I mean,
You know a thing or two about this boxing
Yeah,
game,
a little bit. But you risk it. But
no risk and no biscuit.
But all it takes is one from Keith. Keith still got that one hit quitter.
man.
You believe in it?
Yes.
I hope so.
I'll believe in it till the day I die.
Yeah.
You didn't even get hit with it.
You got hit with it again, second hand. I was like, damn.
I still the thing about it, like with the Josito Lopez fight, he dropped him also.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't talk about that.
And he also said on the podcast he didn't really even mean to.
Yeah,
it was like it just was there, and I took it. And it wasn't
a healthy Keith Thurman is a problem. I think Keith washes this dude in 4.
Yeah,
he's on a mission
with Barrios. I think we look at the Tank fight, which was relatively close. He gets stopped late, but he was also losing on all of the cards. So I don't know. I just like.
I thought the fight was like slightly closer than it showed on the card.
He won like 4 rounds.
Yeah, but I was like
maybe.
But also, what I saw is exactly what Tank said after the fight. He said, "Yo, I'm coming up to 140. I was a little hesitant. I was a little worried. I didn't know. It took me a couple of rounds to really figure it out. I don't think Keith coming like that. You know what I mean?
The one thing scares me about Keith Thurman is he cut his hair off. He's not as intimidating when it's like the twin brother. I'm like, I ain't worried about you.
You ain't the guy.
But Keith Thurman with braids and he give you that look.
Yeah, ponytail Keith Thurman is serious business.
I was gonna say something about what somebody said that cut his hair off.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
You used to tell that story.
Oh, are you talking about Virgil Hunter?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not like a personal story that I know. There was interviews that they said that, and that's a fun storyline.
You want to say that or you don't?
Him versus Virgil?
What Virgil said about him?
He said he was gonna break his neck. That's what he said.
What he say? He
He
gonna
said he's gonna grab his ponytail, break his neck.
and he's working.
He works with Barrios.
Okay.
But
okay.
yeah, and Virgil Hunter, he did like the old man thing of like, yeah, I've seen some things, I've done some things, and so yeah, I hope they have I hope there's some heat there. I
hope they get into it.
Of course, I don't hope anything pops off, but
But
I hope there's some spiciness
I don't
there.
think there's anything.
There's probably not, but I hope for it.
What was it the first time?
I have no
What, like,
no, I have no
I
clue.
think
they fight?
I'm probably telling this all wrong, but I think Keith did an interview about trainers, and I think that Keith didn't really give him respect.
Maybe, yeah, it seems like something like that.
Yeah.
But
Be all wrong.
yeah, no, it could be. It was like a very random thing that happened. Like you don't really see trainers beef with boxers.
And the way they talk, it's like deep. They're deep.
Yeah.
Trash talkers.
Yeah.
I will go back into my ancestors to whoop your ancestors' ass.
Right.
Like, what are you talking about right now?
But yeah, I hope there's a little bit of spice there. But yeah, what do you think about Barrios moving up to 47? How much do you think that benefits him? He's not a huge puncher
Yeah.
at 40.
Yeah.
Is he a huge puncher at 47? Is that how that works to a simpleton like myself? I don't really know.
It depends. It takes your body has to adjust. You know, like I said, we'll get into it eventually on how my voyage down to 147. I got pictures and videos. You'll see my body literally transform. It takes time.
Yeah.
You won't see it when I first hit 47, but you'll see it a few years down the line, and it just takes time. So even when you going up a weight class, a lot of times you're going up to closer to your natural weight.
Yeah.
But if you haven't been doing all of the necessary fitness things to I don't know, capitalize on that weight that you have allowed yourself on, then it really holds nothing. So here's what you just said. You say he's not a big puncher at 140. I can imagine he's a bigger puncher at 147.
Okay.
Not overnight.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, probably should have said that the first
No, I got it. Was your insight is always appreciated. That's why we have a podcast.
Yeah, moving up to 147 and fighting Keith Thurman is that's a big step. Like,
is that kind of what Jose Cito did? At that point, he was at 147 fighting?
I don't know. I just don't know where, like I said earlier, I just don't know how Barrios beats him. I know a couple things. I know he's extremely hungry, coming off the loss to Tank. And I know he's a very good technical boxer, good body puncher, like you said earlier, good jab. But I just don't know if he has the work rate to beat Keith, and I'm not sure if he has the physical strength to beat Keith.
I think he's too young.
and I think keeping Keith on the back foot is a little weakness for Keith. If Keith's coming forward, you think that works better for him, or do you think he fights?
Do we get a vintage Keith Thurman knockout?
I think we do, man.
I'm down.
All right, I said fourth round, sixth round. This doesn't go farther.
I like it.
But how you feel? Keith's back foot?
I don't think it matters for Keith.
Keith can box.
I'm not even this. I'm
Keith
keeping it
can
real.
box.
Keith can box, right?
Yeah.
Keith has natural power.
Yeah.
He
Yes.
has power that you really do not have to get under a bench press. You really don't got to get down and do.
And that doesn't
hundreds
go
of
nowhere.
push-ups. Over the course of time, I feel like it could.
George Foreman dropped somebody at 50.
It could. Over the
George
course
Foreman
of time, I feel like it could.
George Foreman was eating lean burgers and just icing people.
But fact remains the same. He's got the kind of power that if he's going back or had, let's go with had at this point. We'll go with had. We'll sell some tickets.
Yeah.
He had the kind of power that even on his back foot going backwards, he could stop and throw it and land
Get
it
out of
and clean you up. Dude had power.
Yeah.
And then of course, if he see you in retreat mode, he's going for it.
Yeah.
He's a finisher. Keith's a finisher. You know what I mean? So I believe that this kid Mario Barrios is too young. I think that his hunger is going to get him in trouble. I think that you have to be smart enough to know when to take steps forward and steps back. Keith, he spelled it out for us on the show. Like he, in some ways, he outsmarted me. You know what I mean? Not to say that that's a hard thing to do, but he outsmarted me.
Give yourself some credit. Don't say.
No, I'm saying.
Genius, man.
Well, I didn't mean to say, "Oh, he outsmarted me." Nobody can do that. But
I'm saying that.
at a point where we were both relatively young, and for him to have the foresight and thinking to do what he did against me, understanding like, hey, if I do it like this, it'll play out the way I want it to. The judges helped him, and it worked out. Keith, but what I'm saying is, I just think that he's too smart. I think that he's too much.
Yeah. The boxing game, 100%, no matter what you want to believe, needs Keith Thurman.
100%.
You said that about Adrian Broner.
Still feel the same way about
we're
Adrian.
doing all right.
I still feel the same way about Adrian.
Don't say
Broner.
that. Don't say that.
I do to an extent because we've said it before, and we don't need to go on an Adrian Broner tangent. But
here we go.
If
Damn
Adrian
it, I
Broner
started
fights,
Everybody's watching.
the numbers go up.
Yeah.
Like so that it is what it is.
Yeah.
But
I think the young kids are taking that. They're doing their thing.
100%. But like with Keith, there's this thing at welterweight where it's just very divided. You're an Errol Spence fan. You're a Terrence Crawford fan. Those are the only two guys you want to see fight.
Oh no, Boots. A lot of the people, Boots
People
fans.
are starting to get into the boots area, boots bag, but it is something where it's just like it's very divided. It's like, oh, Errol Spence kills Terrence Crawford. Oh, he's ducking him. And I just think Keith Thurman is that guy that's like, hey.
I'm so ready for him to just drop kick the door open and say, I'm here.
Boots or Keith?
No, Keith.
Hey, I tell you, he clipped this dude early. The whole narrative's changed.
Yeah, because Keith is, and we mentioned it when we had him on the show, he is one of the best talkers in the game. He was
Clearly.
in his prime, which we don't know where his prime ends and begins. He was one of the best fighters in the welterweight division, like one of the best fighters on the planet. So it's like, I don't know. I think the game needs him.
Yeah.
The game definitely needs him. If this fight ends early, I hope to see him earlier than the end of the year.
Yeah. With the winner of the Spence.
I'm hoping he does not wait on. I just want him to find.
Where's that
I
fight
already
at?
know what you were going with.
Call somebody. Where's that fight at?
Yeah, there's no
April.
Yeah, there's no.
How you just gonna throw something out there?
I'm telling you what happens in April.
Oh, okay.
Probably shouldn't say that.
Oh, you might
Happened
be
in April.
fired.
Yeah.
There are certain fights.
Total
that-
speculation.
There are certain
Somebody
fights.
is making a whole podcast with that 10 seconds.
Oh,
There,
snap.
there are certain fights that like are just like not actually announced and they're just assumed.
Uh-huh.
Like the Errol and Ugas fight, like we're just like, oh yeah, it's gonna happen, but there hasn't been an announcement yet.
Jamel and Canelo.
Yeah, and Charlo and Canelo, yeah. It's just, but I hope it happens. But yeah, we get Keith back in the ring. It's gonna be a busy weekend in Vegas. Should be a good time. I would
Forward to
say.
it, man. It's gonna be a good week for us. My mama coming to town.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know that.
April. Oh.
Try.
Hey,
He was gonna
I
do a
almost
Terrence
effed
Howard.
up everything. This podcast almost ended. AH almost called. Yeah, all that.
Just let it go.
effed up.
Just let it go.
I
Just
think
let it go.
He wasn't gonna say. All he was gonna say was "Hey, mine." It was gonna be a Terrence Howard "Hey, mine." It was nothing outside of that. You checking to see if phone calls coming through.
Yeah. My mama coming to town.
Rhapsody coming to town.
I'ma be here. Happy birthday to her on Tuesday. We got a lot going on this weekend, man.
Yeah, a lot,
this
lot
coming
going on
week.
this whole week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should eat well. I'm sure there will be some meals at some point. You know, I'm heavy set. So I look forward to
I'll
that.
make it happen.
What's wrong with him?
Yes.
Heavy set. I'll repeat that. Got what doctors call a little bit of a weight problem. Any Tommy Boy fan?
You're looking forward to the future meals.
Yeah, I'm a guy that when we discuss events, I mean, at your son's birthday party, I literally told Aunt, hey man, they better have some food here. And I said, hey, we're here and there's not gonna be any food, but there was a little bit of food.
Yeah.
Cake was fly, right?
Cake was decent. It was decent. It was solid.
It looked fly.
Yeah, no.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was
Yeah,
fly.
oh,
Yeah,
for sure. it
Cake
looked
was
good.
fly.
Yeah,
Good
it looked
time. Good time.
Yeah.
I encourage Sean's son to bite the head off one of the little icing guys.
Right.
Sean sat him down. He said, don't eat those. We're going to keep them. And Shaddai kind of looked at me and I said, go eat it. His grandma's going, no. He said not to. I said, you got it.
Bad
He
influence.
took a bite and went,
That.
and spit it out onto the plate. I was like, my man.
Good times. Good
Yeah, I
times.
look forward to the food. We'll be eating well Saturday.
What else we
I know
got? We
that.
got merch dropping Sunday at 2:00.
Yeah.
Blue Wire, 2BD.
TBD.
2BD. I'm a dumb.
2BD.
On next Sunday.
Yeah.
What else we got
You
next
You
week?
got Doom Buggies. I will not be
Doom
participating
buggies.
in that.
Pull up. Doom buggies. Just pull up to a desert near you. We'll be out there.
I will be absolutely paintballing
We'll be paintballing. Pull up to paintball
wherever you're at.
wherever there's a
And you'll-
paintball. We'll virtual reality paintball each other.
Yeah, but no, should be a big week.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Cavs
Come to
are-
Shawn Porter's house if you ain't watching the fight.
Cavs are thriving.
They are. 4th place?
Yeah, you know how it is.
That's crazy.
Usual business.
We had four wins last season.
Let them know. Whoa. We're not just going to go that far and disrespect them. But
I'm just saying, we're in 4th
Evan
place.
Mobley, Rookie of the Year, Garland, Allen, All-Stars. You know how it is.
One-
Splash Brothers back
100%.
together after 2 years, 3 years, man. That was devastating.
Nobody gives a damn about them.
I'm a Warriors fan.
Oh man,
Big Warriors fan.
Anytime we need to, we can just claim that Steph's from Akron.
I don't care what you claim. I'm talking about Splash Brothers.
One of them happens to be
And then
born.
I got to
All-Star
watch the
Weekend is in Cleveland.
Yeah, All-Star Weekend's in Cleveland.
You want to go?
Not really. I'll go.
You want to see Splash Brothers?
You know who really did
I already
some,
seen the Splash Brothers. My
see-
lady took me.
You don't want to see
boom,
family?
bam.
You don't want to be ringside, courtside next to him?
I already been there, done that. Okay.
You know who really did.
over
We
here.
splash hands. Hands is
we
wet.
can close on this, but you know who really did some damage to Cleveland's reputation was Joakim Noah.
Oh,
That clip just gets brought up anytime Cleveland's discussed.
OBJ tried to get y'all this weekend too.
Yeah, bump him too. But
You was just come on, man. You got to stop turning.
you're not gonna disrespect Cleveland.
Okay. I hope you smack him at the Pro Bowl.
No, I'm not
the
gonna smack
music.
him. Shout out to him if he makes the Super Bowl. But yeah, now Joakim Noah, he talked some. It was chat shit get banged because they talked about Cleveland and got busted out of there. But yeah,
Hey, listen. Hopefully y'all learned today that the attention span of the average human is 15 minutes.
I don't think that was
And,
confirmed, but
I said it, so it's confirmed. We were everywhere today.
yeah,
Hopefully the next one isn't like that. God bless you guys.
peace.
See you soon. What's up? I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Ed. Follow me on IG, Ed with 2 T's.
This is the Porter Way Podcast. This is Anthony Brunel, and this is Carson A. Merck. Tell them what to do.
Hey, like, subscribe, comment, follow us on all social media platforms.
Subscribe.
I'm from Louisiana. I'll talk with a B. Let's do it. Let's do it again.
All right, just introduce yourself.
Okay.
And then you tell them what to do.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Porter Way
already.
Podcast.
You're already here.
Hey, this is our outro. We're gonna do it how we want to.
I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Anthony Brendel.
Carson A. Merck. Like, subscribe, comment.
This is the Porter Way.